Do you guys want me to go through the agenda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually
So
Kelly does this,
is anyone here for public speak to something that's not on the agenda? I did invite one person, but it doesn't look like they're coming, which is fine. Approval of minutes I sent to the board, and I put September, October, December, January, but only sent over October and January. So if you guys had time to review that, we can get a motion for approval on those, or we can put them off till the next meeting.
I could make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
So first on the, for our public hearings is the transfer of license for Valley Farms All-Star Dairy to the A&Z LLC. Amy is present. Just a quick back history of why we have her back here. There was communication error and we did not get Amy an advertisement in the Daily Hampshire Gazette, which they needed to legally advertise. The ABCC sent us back a denial of request for the approval of the transfer of license, and this was the missing piece. So we did go ahead and pay, Amy paid for the ad. We placed it in the Daily Hampshire Gazette on 2/10, I believe, Amy, was the date.
I think so.
And so that has ran for the standard 10 days that's required by the ABCC. So now I'm gonna have to type up another LLA certification for the board to sign with that information. I'm gonna resend it off to the ABCC. So as long as the board is okay with that, I'll resend that packet to be signed, and then I'll send that out by mail tomorrow to the ABCC.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so Amy, my apologies for dropping the ball on that area too. And I'll send it to the board to sign tomorrow. And as soon as they all docu-sign it, I'll send it off to the ABCC and connect with someone out there, letting them know it's on the way.
Okay.
And then as soon as we get the approval from ABCC, I'll let you know.
All right. Sounds
Okay,
good.
and then you should be all set and on your way. Sorry for all these little roadblocks.
It's moving forward now. So
Great.
perfect.
Okay.
So
We'll
I
be
can
in touch
log
then.
off now then?
Yes.
I'm all set. Okay.
Unless you want to stay for the thrilling Chris
That's
Rogers update, you're welcome to.
Have a good one.
All right, take care. The next item on the list is Cottage Street Motors. So Cottage Street Motors did not renew their license for this year to sell used cars. I reached out to them. We spoke once in December, and the woman on the phone said they did wish to renew. I let her know she needed to fill out an application and come before the board. I've tried connecting with them in January and February, and I have not heard back from them. I've left voice messages. Southern Auto Auction has connected with me asking if they're operating. I let them know they do not have a legal license through the city, so they cannot be. So I don't know if the board would like me to reach out through mail with a cease and desist, or just they won't be able to purchase autos, but if we find them selling, then we have to go, I would have to go over with an officer and shut them down. So I don't know how the board would like to proceed.
Gee, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like you already tried to
Yeah.
communicate with them. I don't know, maybe they're not interested. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, I can send a cease and desist notice. And then if they respond to that, we can take it from there. I just prefer, I'd feel more comfortable if we outsourced all communication avenues before just not doing anything. I think leaving voice messages, maybe those get muddled or lost, or
Yeah.
sending
True.
a letter might be helpful.
Mm. Okay.
I mean, I know they can't purchase, they could still sell illegally, but I mean,
Yeah, okay.
I'd feel more comfortable making one more attempt before heading over there with an officer
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Okay.
And you think the cease and desist will do that?
I mean, I think it would say, I wouldn't want it to be, I don't want to formulate a harsh, you're operating illegally, I would like to just send out a notice saying, hey, we've been trying to be in contact with you. You notified me on 12/21, you did wish to renew. I invited you to the January meeting. You didn't show up. I reached out again in January for you to attend February. You didn't. Please let this notice serve as you are not allowed to sell or purchase used cars at this time. If you wish to renew your class 2 dealership license, please connect with me, kind of thing.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay. Next up, MJL truck and equipment sales license renewal. This is one of our annual renewals that did not come through. He missed the communications. I sent it to the address we had on file last year and not the PO box he has requested it be sent to. So this is partly my error, but then he also mentioned he was in the hospital during the time of renewal season. So I told Mr. Loomis that he didn't have to come before the board, that I would let you guys know that this was partially my error as well. And we can just renew his license instead of making him reapply, if that's okay with the board.
Sounds okay to me.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so I will just renew his license and I'll send that over to be signed off on, and I'll create the certificate and send that off to him.
Okay.
Okay.
Last on the list, Chris, an update. I know you sent the board an email last week. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Greatly appreciated. I had time to look at it and loved it. Small steps.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, what I wrote pretty much spells it out, but I'll just give a quick overview. We had our last ZBA meeting and we presented a new site plan in accordance with the amount of parking spaces needed. And there were some questions on that they're looking to have answered. And we are in the process of detailing those responses. Unfortunately, we're not going to be ready for the next meeting, and we have notified them that we would like to continue it to the following meeting. That's, you know, the biggest part of the puzzle right there. I'm pretty confident once we get through, you know, the ZBA, there's not much change to the conservation part of it, so I don't feel like reapproval there will be a challenge.
When's your next meeting with them, Chris?
Well, they have a meeting this Wednesday, which we will be asking for the continuance, and
Okay.
then that would push it to next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would the board like him to come back in March, or do you think it would be more conducive to wait until April when he has more of an update with Concom and ZBA?
That would make sense.
Okay. So Chris, do you want to plan on just attending our April meeting instead of March, since we don't know when the continuance will be till?
That sounds great, yeah.
Okay, so I'll send you an email once we create that meeting sometime
Sure.
next month.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
You too. So next up, we would just need to set our next meeting date. So I'm happy to set something for March, or we can say a tentative March date, and if nothing comes forward, then we'll set something for April.
Okay.
Okay, because right now we don't have anything on the agenda for March, right?
Nope.
Okay, so
Or do you want to just next meeting to be formed once we have? What do you want?
I like your earlier idea. Let's just send a tentative date. If there's nothing on the agenda, then we'll push it off to April.
Cool. Let's see.
Um,
March 15th. Does that work for everyone?
15th. I'm okay with that.
I'm good with that.
At 5?
5.
Or do you
okay.
guys want an earlier time?
I'm good with 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 3:15, 21 at 5, unless, okay, only if something comes up.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Bye.
Bye.